What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with more Scrap Mechanics Survival. And in the last episode, we finally got the craft bot over at the mechanic station. So I want to head there today. As you'll notice, I've taken all of my stuff and put it on this one vehicle, stored literally everything I own here. It looks very sad when it's all piled together. And you'll notice we only have one of these tanks. We had two, but there was an unfortunate farm bot incident. So anyway, we're gonna head over right now to the mechanic shop. We've got one tiny little engine with 10 fuel, so hopefully we can actually make it there. Once we get going, we should be okay. This isn't exactly the fastest vehicle, but you know what? It works, and hopefully we can just make it all the way to the mechanic shop and set up shop there. What I want to do today is focus on deleting this vehicle, getting everything in the mechanic shop, because that seems like the best spot to be right now until we actually get our own base going. And I want to get the automatic drill and the automatic saw going. There is a drill for mining rocks. I think that's more important right now because we're going to want to build the base out of concrete, rocks, and those types of materials. Surprisingly enough, though, this is like the little engine that could. This vehicle's actually, it's actually kind of doing something. We have both bearings on the back being powered, so we don't have the weld tool yet. But if you place both bearings first and then place the barrel in between them, it actually connects the two of them together and also connects them to the barrel. So I have both of them powered, and we're actually kind of doing okay. We're probably almost out of gas, but I don't want to stop and check just in case we actually do run out. I want to just keep the momentum. I don't think we're honestly even going to go up this hill. I mean, I feel like we should, but this doesn't seem to have much power. We're also like lugging way too much weight in just stuff. I tried to fill up the inventory as best I could, but the inventory is already full, and we've got all this extra stuff. Yeah, it's not gonna make it. It's not, you know what, let's just sprint it. We're just gonna run it with the lift and sprint it. They did make the lift kind of interesting in survival, so you can lift your vehicle and carry it just like we're doing here. We could obviously just not have wheels and put everything on just a platform. But of course, if you have your vehicle with any of those scrap materials, like the scrap metal logs or the regular wood logs or the stone brick log things, then, you know, you can't actually lift your vehicle at all. So luckily, this vehicle just has inventory items, and it doesn't have anything that we're not allowed to use on the lift. Hopefully we can build fuel. I didn't actually check. We need to be able to build fuel because we're pretty much out of gas at this point. And first, again, like I said, we're going to build the drill bit, get drilling some of those materials, some of the stone and metal, and then we're going to build a wood cutting bit to chop down some bigger trees, and then, of course, build one of those refinery stations so it automatically does all the work for us and just mass-produce materials. All right, almost at the mechanic shop here. I can't believe this vehicle's still driving. I mean, it can't go up hills. And, of course, this is exactly where I want to build the base. We're going to have, you know, the stuff here in the mechanic shop, and actually, you know what? Rather than put the stuff in the mechanic shop, because it could get attacked by farm bots, we're going to put it in one of these little sleeping containers over here. We can use these beds to reset our spawn point, I'm pretty sure. And we'll just have, like, you know, one of them full of all of our stuff as well. That way, if the farm bots come, there's a nice little choke point with just the one door to defend. So, yeah. Oh, hello. Okay, you're already here. Can you die? Thanks. Thanks. That's great. Oh, I'm dehydrated. Better eat a tomato. Tomatoes give lots of the liquid. There we go. Perfect. I'm not really too enthusiastic about the fact that there was a farm bot right in here, but hopefully they don't respawn. There we go. This is the bed now. And hopefully that reset the point. And let's just, you know, put all the stuff on the floor here. All right, so it kind of took all day, but everything I own in one tiny little spot of the map. And actually, you know what? We have a lot of circuits, which is good. Pretty much everything else is kind of small, but we do have a lot of circuits. So let's go actually check the craft bot, and let's just see what we need to build the drill bit. I think the drill bit's the first thing. Maybe we could work on a car throughout the night and get drilling right away when the sun comes up. We obviously don't even have gas either, so that's kind of the other problem. So can we build gas? Oh, we can. From oil. Okay, we do have oil, so that's good. All right, and then to build, we don't really need a better seat just yet. I mean, eventually we kind of do. So what do we need to build this drill bit? Drill bit. We need hardened steel, metal stuff, and then regular metal stuff. So this is just a bunch of scrap metal, which we got. We can make actually a bunch of that right away. And then we need this. We need some timber and some of these water containers. This is that ash timber, so we actually have to go back to the start where everything's on fire and get some of that, so we'll do that. How much of the regular metal do we need? We need 30 of that, okay, and then we need some of this, which means we need a bunch more of that as well. So we need actually 60 of the regular metal. And then once we have 60, we should be able to build this, plus timber, plus these water jugs. And those water jugs come from, what? Filled buckets. Okay, cool. How many of those do we need? 10? Is that what it said? 10? 2. Okay, we can build 2. That's not a problem. And then we just need the ash pieces, the ash wood, burnt wood. Okay, let's go get some burnt wood, which means we got to sprint all the way back and then come all the way back here. All right, we're back in Bernie Start Land, and we're just gonna smack down some trees. And I think if we break these kinds of trees, yeah, they drop piles of ember. Perfect, which is what we need. So we just gotta break all the trees that are kind of glowing. And I think that'll be enough for us to get going anyway. How much is that? 8 so far? We only needed a couple, but of course we're gonna wanna, you know, stockpile as much as we can so that we have more for later. And we gotta find, I guess, more ember zones, more zones with burning trees. I'm pretty sure there are more other than just the start zone, but we'll see. Either way, we're gonna gather all the stuff that's here and then head back over, build ourselves a drill bit, which actually doesn't take that much, and start drilling. I really wanna get the grinder so we can just grind down the materials and not have to refine everything by hand. And then, of course, I wanna get, after that, into the saw blade and just start mass producing materials so we can start base building. I really wanna get our own base going and actually have a proper farming area. And of course, it's still over by that mechanic shop, but definitely need, yeah, that's not an ember tree. I think that's it, isn't it? Maybe that one over there as well. But yeah, definitely wanna get base building because I wanna start actually having, you know, some proper farm plots, a bigger area to defend. The one thing I've noticed is, you'll notice I've got very little hunger and a lot of thirst, and different plants seem to give you different bonuses. So tomatoes, for example, which is what I've primarily been eating, are really good for water, but they're really bad for food. And then other things like beets are better for food. So we need to have multiple crops and really just start mass producing crops. So I think that's it for now on these trees. They might respawn later, but let's head on back. We've got like 28 embers, so I guess that's enough to get us going. All right, we're almost gonna starve, but we're actually pretty close to the base, and I think I'm gonna let us starve because eating tomatoes is just kind of a waste of tomatoes. It's not enough food, and I also want to see if the respawn changed and actually works and changed it to the bed. There's no like prompt when you jump in the bed, so I don't know if it just automatically switches it or if there's something else you gotta do. I thought if you slept in a bed, it changes your respawn location to that spot, but I'm just gonna let us die here. We're pretty much at the shop anyway, so we'll just kind of starve to death out here and see. Yeah, we're starving now, so we can't sprint anymore. And we're slowly losing health, but we'll see. Hopefully we respawn here and I don't have to sprint all the way back. I did get in the bed, so it should respawn right in that second chamber. All right, so while we're starving to death, we might as well just use the craft bot and make the rest of the blocks we need. So what else do we need? We needed 20 of those hardened these ones craft, so we can craft 2 of them. How many do we make? It makes 2 by 10, or it makes 10 of them. Metal block 2, okay. Oh, it's 2 per, so we need more water. Well, that's fine. These don't consume the bucket. They just consume the water in the bucket, which is kind of nice. So your buckets, they're full originally, and then it takes the bucket and it makes it empty, but it gives you your bucket back. So that's kind of super convenient. There we go. And then we should be able to make hardened 1 there. Perfect. And then that means we should be good to make this as soon as we got it. Awesome. I'm so excited to have a drill bit and actually do some automatic mining here. I feel like the majority of the base, I kind of want to build out of like concrete. Like concrete 3, this is just insane. Like look at this. You need metal 3 and yeah, that's crazy. Oh, we're dead. Okay, well, respawn. Perfect. Respawn right over here. That's awesome. All right, so we should be good to go. This thing's gonna take a while to build. And then, yeah, I feel like the base, like durability-wise, metal block 3 is almost max durability. What is this? That's heavier, but not as durable as metal block 3. Flammable, no. Flammable, no. See, I feel like this is what you gotta mass produce your base out of, is just make your base out of this metal block 3 stuff, because then it's gonna be maximum durability, unless there's a more durable block. But I don't think there is, and I'm pretty sure that's what we want, is just maximum durability. These are all net blocks, spaceship blocks. Yeah, no, they're all pretty bad. So I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna make the base out of this stuff, because if we make at least the outer walls out of this stuff, the interior, I'm just gonna make out of regular concrete, because I feel like that's probably the easiest to get. Just some stone, a little bit of water, and some paint. I don't know, maybe wood even. All right, drill bit, let's do this. Let's build ourselves a car. little terrible drill car, and then let's go and drill some stone and see how much resource we can get. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, how much does it take to build the grinder bot? Because there's like a grinder bot that breaks down your resources, and that's the next thing we need, right? Refinery bot, that's it. 5 circuit boards, 5, you know what? We have all this stuff. We could build one of those right now if we had enough of this. We just need 60 of this. So let's get that going. Let's get some circuit boards. Let's build a grinder vehicle and get the refinery bot right away, because then we can just mass produce materials and hopefully get enough to mass produce metal. We might have to make the base out of concrete just because stone might be easier to come by than the scrap metal. All right, so we're just gonna make this vehicle out of wood because I've got way too much wood and I don't really care about, you know, making anything super durable just right now. This is not really an attack vehicle, and all the metal we need, we're gonna have to save it for the base. I think building a wall is gonna be one of the next priorities. Not even an advanced wall, just a really basic metal wall that surrounds our entire area, and that way we'll be able to, you know, defend ourselves from farm bots and hopefully be able to kill as many as possible before they wreck the wall. But here we go. We're gonna put down 2 engines because we need one for the thing on a switch, which we grabbed the switch. Perfect. So we'll just put a switch on this engine and we can hook that into there. Amazing. Awesome. And we can actually use that, right? Yes. Fantastic. Okay. And then extending off the front, we're gonna put our little, you know, super fancy high-tech drill bit system, which of course is definitely centered and is not completely off. And we're gonna put some wheels on the front. Now, I'm gonna make this rear wheel steering. And I know that's probably a really crazy, dumb idea, but we only have 1 gas motor for driving the wheels, and I don't wanna drive the bad wheels, I'm gonna drive the good wheels. And I want it to be rear wheel drive. All right, perfect. So this should be, you know, a working vehicle-ish. Max engine throttle. Put these guys on the steering. And do we have gas? We do have a little bit of gas. Do we have more gas? I think we have more gas back at the other shop area. We're gonna need more gas. We can also make gas, that's true too. So here we go, let's put this on a bearing on the front. Boom. And for a saw blade, it's really simple. We can just use the same setup and just delete this off the front, take the bearing, put it on another side, hook it up to the motor. Like, I'm not gonna make a vehicle that can switch between the two. I'm literally just gonna leave this for now as is, and eventually we'll have multiple vehicles for doing multiple things, but I think we're good to go here. Oh yeah, this is great. All right, let's go do this. There was a thing to destroy like right up the road here, so let's just go wreck it and see how much stuff we get from it. If we turn this on, oh yeah, that's amazing. Bro, there's one right there too. Oh, there's a whole bunch right here. Well, let's get these ones first then, and we can go for that road one later. I don't know if these regen either. I'm pretty sure they don't. But we'll see what happens. Let's just try and grind away here. Okay, no, that was good. That was smooth. Try this again. We might need to actually adjust the height this thing's on. Eventually, I want to make one that has a piston. Oh, there we go. I'm talking about. Nice, nice. Smash this stuff. Nice. Let's get up there. Get up there. This might be a little low to the ground. Okay, we might need to. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have to raise this up, I think, a little bit. Come on. Come on. Got that one. Did I not smash this? I feel like I should be able to, right? Maybe, oh, maybe I have to destroy the stuff on the other side first. Hold on. Let's loop around. All right, here we go. Nope. 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 Smash. Nice. Now I can smash this one, right? Yeah, there we go. What about the base? Yes, awesome. All right, and now these pieces, can we break? Yeah, with the hammer, perfect. Where are the slabs at? I want the slabs. Oh my goodness, what is that? Is that metal? You can get just straight metal slabs? Oh, that's sick. I didn't realize you could do that. I thought everything was just stone and metal had to come from scrap metal. I guess you could, this makes so much more sense. Wait, hold on, if we refine this, what does it refine into? That's the question. Does it refine into just scrap metal, or does it refine into, like, actual metal blocks? I think it refined into metal blocks. Is that true? We had 70 before, let's check it. I should have checked. I thought we had 60, but now we've got 70. If this is straight metal, oh, it's straight metal, that's awesome. Okay, that's fantastic. Makes us not have to use the scrap metal to get metal. Of course, we're still gonna need to, you know, use the charred stuff to get the metal block 2, and more of that to get metal block 3, but that's actually great. All right, let's just smash the rest of these up. We're gonna load them all up, and of course try and get that grinder as soon as possible, which I think we can actually do. And then that way we can use the refinery to break everything up and just have a much faster process. Look at that. We only refined 2 of them, and that's still a crazy big haul from a single rock face. Like, once you get the automated tools, I feel like this is just gonna speed things up significantly. But I want to just get in here, and you know what? I can't even... Yeah, it's fine. We just kind of jam our way through. That's all good. And I want to get the refine bot. We need to get the refinery bot, like, ASAP, so we can build as much as we can. All right, what do we need? Refinery bot? You know what? We can just build it. Boom. Done. Let's do it. Get the refinery bot. Resource collector. We need one of those, too. You know what? We can get one of those. The resource collector, I think we just need metal. Boom. Done. Lots of metal. Epic. Oh my goodness, we're going so quick now. I can't believe it. Refinery bot, what do you do? If I take this and I feed it into this. Nice. Oh, it grinds it into little blocks and then it stores it. Oh, that's so good. Oh, there's a little output thing. We can actually connect something to it. That's right, you can connect it to like a storage container or something, so it actually vacuums up, go through a conveyor tube into a storage container. How much does it cost to make a storage container is the question. Let's collect this, yep, storage container. Large storage container, which is the one with the tube on it. 40, 30, we need glue. We need clams. Okay, so we basically just need a ton of stuff. All right, well, that's okay. We can get that in the morning when we can go swimming in the ocean. We can put a vacuum pipe. We don't really need a pipe on it though, can we? We can just connect the two, one right to the next, I'm pretty sure. Build a resource collector, there we go. Hopefully this will speed up things a little bit. And I'm pretty sure I saw in the trailer, the devs had the resource collector right next to the refinery bot. So if we just put this thing right here, does it auto feed into that? I don't know. I have no idea. So what happens if we just grab this? What happens if we put this on the ground? It gets picked up into that. And yeah, it auto feeds in. Oh, this is fantastic. So now we can actually just, and it'll store a whole queue of them. So we can actually probably put a resource collector on the back of our car and then just park our car next to the refinery bot and it'll do all the refining for us automatically. Oh yeah, this is so much faster now. And especially, we're gonna get the saw blade too and do trees the same way. And oh, it's just amazing. I can't believe this. You can actually start having some inventories that automatically get, you know, put together. This is wonderful. Start collecting massive amounts of materials. So we're gonna need, we need to get the large storage chest. So this refinery bot obviously can just run. We can get a second one of these resource collectors. I don't know if that's actually needed or not, to be honest. I don't know what happens if you put one resource collector next to the other one, but you know what? It's actually pretty cheap in materials, so we can just try that out. You guys aren't going anymore? There we go. Okay, perfect. And this is full. Let's take all that concrete. I think this can only store one material at a time, so as soon as it switches, that's the problem. So right now it's got metal. Yeah, and I can keep doing metal. Okay. The only thing stopping us right now from going straight to metal 3, I think, is the embers, because there's only so many at the starting location, and I think we need to find another area that's got more embers. 3 component kits. We don't have, I only have 1, so we can't even get a large storage chest. We gotta go find more component kits, and we can need glue from shells. Okay, we just got a lot of stuff to do. Let's get a second resource collector and put this on the back of the vehicle, just to see what happens if we, you know, park one next to the other. It would be super sweet if they transferred, but I don't know. Either way, we could always park it right next to the refinery. Boom, done. Look at that. Just slap her on there. Awesome. That'll work, right? It's a little bit slower to start, but we're okay. And all right, before we get out doing that, let's actually go to the ocean. We need more crude oil. We need more clamshells. We had a couple of clamshells back in the base, but let's get more clamshells so we can actually build more of the glue and get that large storage chest and just get the refinery process set in stone so that it actually, you know, works. Make some glue, get a storage chest, and we should be good to go. This is pretty much exactly where I want the base to be. I think over on that next peninsula down over there, it's a little bit bigger than this one. It'll give us a little bit more space for building stuff, but here we go. Crude oil right away. Done. I love the underwater, by the way. It's just awesome. Clamshells, get some of that. Wonderful. All right, I think it was 3 clamshells to make 1 thing of glue, but I feel like we just need a lot of it. So we'll just gather as much as we can here before we, you know, the sun goes down. And then we'll come back at night and finish crafting up all that stuff. You know, I know it's possible to build a boat in Scrap Mechanic with some of the floating objects, but I wonder if it's possible to build a vehicle that drives underwater. Like, if you had engines and you had enough weight, would you just be able to drive on the surface? Like, would you just be able to drive on the bottom of the ocean, or would you actually just get stuck? I haven't tested that. Every time my vehicle drives in the water, I think the engine stalls and doesn't work anymore, but I'm not exactly sure. I mean, either way, it would be pretty cool to check. I think a boat, though, is definitely necessary. And of course, you know, having a base right on the water would just be fantastic. To be able to transition from boats to land and have everything all in one spot would be amazing. All right, we're back with a ton of materials. Got a lot of oil for making gas, so let's make some fuel right away. That's gonna be important. We got 15 oil, which is good enough, and we need to make some glue. So what do we need for this large chest? We need component kits. We need 3 component kits. So actually, you know what? Let's go explore and find some component kits while this crafts, and the rest we should be good to make, actually. Well, in my travels, I just kept going up the road here. I haven't really gone this way yet, and of course we're still hungry. We only have tomatoes, man. Look at the water. The water's full. Just live off water, you'll be fine. But anyway, I found this, the vegetable packing station, it seems. This is from one of the devs' tweets. They had showed this packing station, and I think they parked a vehicle up to one of these and filled up that, and it packed it into a box. I'm not exactly sure what this is for. There's nothing around here. There's just this weird contraption. But yeah, I found this packing station, so that's kind of cool. And I guess we'll have to come back here at some point once we actually have got, you know, a vehicle and a ton of plants growing, and we'll just have to see what we can do with it. In the meantime, we have 2 component kits. We only need 1 more, and then we'll head back and get that large storage. So I'm just looking for some farm bots or a structure or something, so hopefully we'll get it soon, and then we can head back, build that large storage. Is this component kit? Oh, I couldn't check. Hey, bud. Thank you. Circuit board, of course. Seems to get lots of circuits. All right, and the answer is component kit. There we go, awesome. 3 component kits. Now we can head back, build ourselves that large storage, and connect it all up to the refinery. And then we'll have an automatic refinery process where we can just go mass mine stone and metal. And then that way we can start building a base next episode. I'm so excited to get base building. We just need to get a lot of metal to start. And then once we find another burning charcoal area where we can collect a ton of charcoal, we can take the metal walls down and then upgrade them to be metal tier 3 or whatever so that they have the highest durability possible. But in the meantime, I just want to get a bunch of metal to start. And then that way at least start, you know, fencing off where we're going to have a base. And actually, there's another bucket here. This is... Thanks, free bucket. I'll take that. Awesome. That's great. But I definitely want a base on this coastline so we can just build boats and stuff and head out and be really, really close to that mechanic shop, because it seems to be the spot where you get all the useful crafting bots and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like being close by to that is useful. And to be honest, I think next episode, we're going to start building the base probably like right here on this peninsula. I think this is a good spot. Kind of juts out a little bit towards the water. We can extend our base out over the water more, and we'll just put all our farming right here on the shoreline. The farming is really the only thing you need on the shore. Everything else can be done over the water. And of course, those little green bots swim, but if we build enough of a metal wall under the water, I don't think they're gonna wreck it. I feel like we can just kill them before they get to the shoreline, and nothing's gonna be coming from out there. There's no way they're gonna swim all the way across the ocean. They're always gonna spawn, I think, in front of us here. So definitely a good spot. And then that way we're right close to everything, and it should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, we've got all the materials now to build this large chest. That's gonna take 1:30. All right, well, while that's going, we might as well go out with our drill and get some more stuff to actually check this with. All right, let's go get another one of these rocks right here, and let's see what happens with the resource collector on the back. I mean, we still have to hack the rocks down into smaller parts, but hopefully this kind of just auto collects them once we're done. Let's just do this small rock for now and just see how this all is going to work out. I really hope this is just more automatic, because it'll be super convenient to collect massive amounts of resources. Of course, if we can actually, you know, drill said resources, that would be wonderful. Come on. Come on. You suck so much. Oh my god. I need a longer arm. That's what, you know what? We just need a longer drill arm. We need to be parked way far away, have this higher up, and just do all the work for us. Let's just extend this out real quick. There we go. That's gonna be so much easier. Oh yeah. Perfect. Just line it up. I can't even line this up. It's like the drill just pushes you off the rock every time you hit it. And doesn't actually, there we go, it does some drilling. Perfect. Oh, you can drill the smaller pieces. So you could actually make a vehicle that properly drills everything down to the smallest slab size and then actually just auto picks it up, I think. I don't even think you need to do any hammer work. But because this vehicle's drill bit is so fantastically positioned, you know, obviously we don't really have that yet. But if we could build a vehicle that drills it initially and then has like, or a drill on a robot arm even, so you could control exactly where the drill is, that's what we really need. If we just had a drill on like a piston-powered robot arm, I feel like that's what we need for automatic drilling. It would just make our lives so much easier. I mean, in the meantime, you know, it isn't bad. I'm not going to complain too much. It's just very difficult to get to line up. All right, I had to extend it out just a little bit more, but you know what? It's okay. This is gonna, there we go, perfect. All right, so now let's see what happens if we just smash these up into little pieces. How do they just get auto-collected? Because that would be fantastic. Doesn't seem to be close to it. You know what, let's just smash them all up and then we'll just drive around and see if we can auto-collect all these different parts. Bring them back to the refinery and maybe auto-refine them as well. That would be fantastic. All right, I've got all the bricks handed out there. Look at that's amazing. There's so many of them. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is actually amazing. You just drive over and they'll just get picked up. Come on. Perfect. Just fill up the entire stack. Oh, this is wonderful. Now, of course, the question is, do they automatically get put from this into the refinery if we drive close, or do they get transferred from one storage crate to the other? Ideally, I'd like to have storage crates at the base and then storage crates out. Oh my goodness, are we full? We're full. We're actually gonna have to bring this back and come back and get the rest. Okay, well, let's head back. Let's hook up the chest and see if we can get this whole refinery process like fully automated for now. I definitely need a better mining vehicle though. Something with not this kind of drill bit, but anyway. Drive up here. Let's back up. So let's go chest to chest. What happens? If we go this chest to that chest, do they just transfer between each other? And I don't think so. I think these are just transferring directly from here into the refinery bot. Yeah, no, that's what's happening. It's just a race to the refinery bot. Okay, well, either way, you know what? We have an extra chest now. When we make a log cutting vehicle as well as a metal brick vehicle, it'll be useful to have two chests. For now, we'll just park this right next to it. And let's get this large chest set up. Here we go, large chest, perfect. Now, glass vacuum pipe and vacuum pump. Do we need that? Can we just hook the chest directly into the side of this thing? I think that's, which side is it? Does it matter? They're both the same? Oh, that was weird. Did you? Nope, they're not lined up. Hold on. I think just like that, right? Does that work? Or do we need a pipe in between? I think we need a pipe in between. Oh no, it doesn't. It works. Awesome. Awesome. We can hook the chest straight into that. So now it just seems to, I don't know if it's only the new material. It doesn't, and nothing in there. 190 and 20. What happens? Does it work? Oh, that's amazing. This is fantastic. We're going to be able to refine so much stuff now. It's just going to be so easy to do. Oh, I can't believe that. This is actually the best thing in the world now. The fully automatic refining system with a chest and everything. And once we have enough metal here, we're just going to be able to go and, build a base. Next episode, we're going to build a base. Well, that's fantastic. I can't believe that actually works. It's so convenient now. We're going to be able to collect so many materials really, really quickly. And of course, just build a saw blade and put the saw blade on the front here. Can we even build a saw blade now? I feel like we can. What's a saw blade cost? Pretty much the same thing. We can honestly just build that. We've got enough material. We just need a couple water things. Yeah, we could build that for sure. Next episode, we're gonna start building a base. I wanna have an actual base. I don't just wanna have all our stuff stored in some random room. I wanna start building our own base and have our own rooms and lots of space and chests and all sorts of stuff, and being able to connect everything together and have all the crafting over there and everything else. So definitely gonna start doing that next episode, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.